Hello everybody and welcome to a tabletop review of maybe one of the most infamous bushcraft aka carving axes that are out there. This is the Gränsfors Bruks, or how it's actually pronounced, Gränsfors Bruks Wildlife Hatchet, hand forged in Sweden. This was the first good axe I ever got for about 75 euros at the time from Amazon, and this axe has really gone through a lot of abuse. This review is at the same time gonna be about my custom sheath or mask that I make for this axe, but first about the axe itself. This axe is hand forged in Sweden. It actually has the maker's mark up on top here, double M. I think the name of this particular smith is Matthias Mattis, and there are several smiths, blacksmiths, forging those axes for Gränsfors Bruks, or better, in Gränsfors Bruks. The handle of this axe is made from hickory as far as I know, and is incredibly well hafted. I have abused this axe in every possible way, and there was not even the slightest of movement in this handle. When I got this first, I was fresh coming from bow making and making arrows and things like that for traditional tournaments, and I was really into varnishing, so I made the mistake to use true oil on this handle when I got it, because I thought it's gonna make it more durable and resistant to the environment. However, I was not into boiled linseed oil or any kind of other finishes at the time. It led to, after my first spoon carving experiences, me actually, instead of sanding, doing some kind of a chip carving and altering of the handle in order to make it more grippy, because I found myself to have problems with my forearms and getting cramps and stuff very much, because it was so slippery that I was really cramping basically onto the handle. However, the shape of the handle is extremely nice, and I know there's a lot of reviews out there about this axe, but I just wanted to give it my take. The axe handle has a very nice ridgeline up there that connects to the middle knuckle of your fingers very well, so you always have a very good feeling of the direction of the blade. When this axe comes, it actually has a convex grind blade that is very good for bushcrafting and overall wood processing, because it takes the blow onto dry wood very well. However, this was altered by me on the belt sander, Japanese water stones, as you see in another video of mine, and the strop to more or less straight to Scandivax bevels in order to carve green wood with it. The entire axe is not really designed to carve. That means it doesn't really have an upswept toe like a typical Nordic carving axe would have. It has a beard, so to say, but not really pronounced. So in general, it is not really designed for carving. As well, for the weight and the size, the axe blade is not very long. However, it has really done a great job for me carving. I have since moved on a little bit to carving axes, but if you are in between a wood carver and a bushcrafter, you like camping, hiking, and all those activities, this is probably the best axe you can get. I know there is some other options out there like Fiskars, Husqvarna, and several others that make axes that are a little bit cheaper than this one, but I think you should always invest into the best tools you can get, and I think for the money this is the best tool you can get. The handle of this axe is shaped very, very well. It is quite oval and thin in front here and has a nice ridge that connects to my knuckles, so I always know the direction of the blade, which is very helpful in carving. However, it fades out to the back here, and in opposition to a typical carving axe that would have a more back curved handle like this to support slicing, this axe here is designed for all kind of camp tasks, like doing kindling and as well heavier splitting. And although this axe is only 626 grams, it actually packs a lot of punch. The bit of this axe, as you can see in this close-up, is quite wide as it comes down and actually gets quite nice and thin here, and it has enough meat to put a nice Scandi bevel on. The pole of this axe is not really hardened, as I could tell from experience. However, I used this pole already for all kind of splitting help with wedges, and even in leather work when there was no hammer on a trip or something and I needed to punch some holes or something, I even used the pole of this axe. In general, for me, it's an amazing axe with capabilities far and beyond its actual design, I would say. The handle held up incredibly well for me. As I said, there was no signs of wear or moving in several years of hard abuse. The shape of the handle is very thought through, and it does a great job carving as well, as I said, although it was not really designed for that. Sorry. As you can see, it takes a really, really nice edge. It needs a little bit of convexing on the edge, otherwise it will roll a little bit. However, I did not have a lot of issues with that. In carving, you might have the problem that this lower end is really, really pointy, so sometimes it catches in the wood and causes a very deep hole. So actually I'm thinking for a while already to take it off because it's really not necessary. However, I like this axe very much for carving, and as I said, if you somewhere between a carver, camper, hiker, hunter, anybody who can use an axe, I would definitely recommend the Gränsfors Bruks Wildlife Hatchet. This brings me to the sheath. The Gränsfors Bruks axes all come with a sheath, however I find them a little bit flimsy, and actually mine has worn out after a short time. So let's take a look at the sheath. It is designed similar to the Gränsfors Bruks axe sheaths, however it's made from a lot thicker leather. In this case it's actually oil tanned leather. However, I make a new version of this from vegetable tanned leather. This was actually the prototype and I kept it, and I'm using it for a while already, over a year, extensively actually, all the time. I have it on my belt, etc., and it's wearing really well. This first version actually had a pocket on the back for sliding my DC4 Falkniven diamond ceramic combination stone in it. Then it has a belt loop, very heavy duty, takes a 2-inch belt without a problem, and at the same time it is attached by a Chicago screw, which is a very heavy brass leather screwing option, and that makes it perfect to put it onto the molly system of your backpack. I'm actually doing that quite a lot. And if you want to carry your axe on your backpack, this is a perfect option. This fits the molly attachment very well. Additional, it comes with a little D-ring here. If you want to hang it somewhere on a tree, or if you want to use any other kind of method of carrying it, a D-ring comes in quite handy. Additionally, we have this. Sorry for the shaking. Additionally, we have this very heavy strap that gives the axe a very good secure hold and fit in the sheath, attached with a heavy duty brass snap. And what makes this sheath special is that it's one of the only sheaths I ever saw, and that's why I designed it that way, that actually has a fire steel loop. However, this loop can also be used, now it's an 8mm, so it's what, a 3/8 of an inch attachment. So right now it's fitting this 3/8 of an inch fire steel. It's one of my custom fire steels with Austrian red stag antler. However, this can also fit a sharpening diamond rod, ceramic rod, anything that fits this size. It's quite snug. So that's why I call it a bushcraft, aka camp sheath, because you basically have your most important items already on your axe sheath as well. If you're choosing to carry a light knife sheath, for example, without any kind of sharpening kit attached to it, or any kind of fire ferrocerium rod, fire steel attached to it, which I actually prefer usually, then I have this set on my belt, on my axe sheath. So this sheath, like I said, is entirely hand stitched. It's entirely handmade. It's my custom design for the Gränsfors Bruks Wildlife Hatchet. However, this might be in the future available for other Gränsfors Bruks axes as well, because as I said, the axe sheaths are quite flimsy, but the axes are well worth value of a full lifetime. So I think they really deserve a better mask. If you're interested in this axe sheath, then please contact me on my Etsy page, Woodsman's Finest, or on my Facebook page, Woodsman's Finest, and get in touch with me and let me know what kind of custom option you would like. In general, I always think that quality tools and quality knives deserve a quality carry option for a lifetime of use. Thanks guys for watching. I hope you had fun watching, and I could review this incredible tool for you a little bit, and give you a good impression of how much value you get out of this axe. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. I would be happy about a thumbs up and a subscription. If you have any requests for videos, or you have any critical feedback for me, please leave it in the comment section, and otherwise I'm gonna see you. Bye.